Bare necessity, but simple bare necessity. Bare necessity, but simple bare necessity.
Hey there, it's Reread and welcome to this vlog. So I'm excited. This reading vlog is going to be themed around The Tale of Despereaux by Kate DiCamillo. So this is going to be what I read. I'm also going to watch the movie and play 2 game adaptations that I have as well. So it's going to be a good time. I am currently at work, so appreciate the childness of my background at the moment. You're welcome. But yeah, so I'm excited to reread this for the first time in quite a while. It's been several years, quite a few years since I've reread this last, so I'm pretty excited. I'm doing this for a comfort book for Hulk's board. I might try to use some sort of benefit to use it for a character who likes music for, is that Falcon or Rhodey's board? It's one of their boards. It's one of the ones that came out this month. So that's where I'm at there for why I'm rereading the book. But last night I got to page 50 in my rereading experience, and it's definitely going very quickly because I reread this so much that I almost feel like I'm just like refreshing my memory on something that I had memorized is what it feels like. Because I read this book so many times growing up because I was obsessed. I can't remember when this came out. I'm kind of curious now. 2003. So I was 6 when it came out, and so I definitely read this a lot, for sure, after I got to the point where I could read it, and after I read it for school that one time. So became obsessed with it, read it a million times, and now I'm like realizing how much I read it because of the familiarity of like the sentences themselves and like what the characters say and how things are worded and stuff like that. It's like when you go to a place that you haven't been since you were a kid and everything is just like so familiar. It's like that, and it's been really enjoyable so far. I finished, no, I did not. I thought I finished, no, I didn't. Okay, so I also got my DS Lite out so that when I get done the book, I can play the Tale of Despereaux DS game that I have, and played quite a bit. I also have the Nintendo Wii game and the we'll watch the movie too, so that's my plan there. So I'm really looking forward to that. I really love the writing in this book. her writing style, the way she words things. Every word is so intentional. The themes are so daggum strong and amazing, and I'm obsessed. Like, absolutely obsessed. So, I really plan on trying to finish this as quickly as possible. And not spend a whole lot of time on this book, not because I don't love it, but because I'm way behind. I'm 4 books behind my reading schedule, so my goal is to try to finish this quickly. So hopefully we can do that.
Freddie's like, hey.
24 hours-ish in to my reread, or nearing 24 hours. I am not all the way to 24 hours yet, but I am 132 pages in, and I'm on part 3, which means that I completed the section about Despereaux, the section about Despereaux, and started the section about Miggery. So that's the one I'm in now, and I barely started that because my break ended and the kids were awake when I got back, so it was time for a potty break for them. So the plan is to read some more this evening, and probably finish this up tomorrow, which would be awesome. So yeah, that's where we are at. It is 7:45 in the evening. We're probably just gonna be eating leftovers, and I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna wait to start this whitening kit, because my teeth have, I didn't notice that I definitely have gotten more stained lately than usual, so I'm gonna whiten, and I'm trying to decide when I'm gonna do it, or when I'm gonna start. I don't know. We'll see. I may or may not do that this evening as well, along with the other things that I'm planning on doing, which is this and eat. That's it. That's all I got for you. So yesterday I got through part 3, so all I have left is part 4, about 100 pages left. So I'm about 260 or 270 pages in, or sorry, 170 pages in, and there's like 270 pages. So my plan for today is to finish the book, and I expect I will finish before I leave work, so I'm gonna take the game too, and probably will set up and start a fresh
game. Before I leave work. So that is where we are at on the plan for the day front. About how I feel about what I've read, all really good. Still really enjoying it. I still really love this book. And it's literally like, I don't know how else to describe it other than the fact that it's like so crazy to me how much I know this book. And I didn't even realize going back into it that I was going to have this thing like memorized because of how many times I read this daggone book. I didn't realize how much I read it growing up. Like how many times I read it just like over and over and over again. Literally all the time. So kind of surprised, but it's like a pleasant surprise that I've, come to remember how much I love this story and the writing. It makes me want to read more Kate DiCamillo books. I don't remember reading Because of Winn-Dixie ever. I know I watched it. I feel like we maybe like read it in class, but I definitely didn't read it with my own eyes if we did read it in class. Forgot to so it was like where the teacher read it aloud type situation or something like that. But either way, no, I do remember having it read to me, for sure. But I do have a copy of that, so I might try to read that at some point down the road. I don't have any Because of Winn-Dixie games, but I can watch the movie and read the book. It does make me more interested in trying to read one of her other books. I know she has more books. I'm kind of interested in that idea because I would like to know, more of her writing and more of her style and experience a little bit more of it. She just has this style that's very intentional with every single part of the book. So like you're following the storyline and everything, but it's all with purpose. Like there's no extra fluff around it. It's very cleanly written, but it's artful at the same time. It's very atmospheric at the same time, and it's not like you're very much in white space because there's not a lot of description, but it's not necessarily in a bad way. It's more because you're focused in on the key elements, and I think part of that is to do with the age that it's geared towards. It's like a chapter book on the next level, but not middle grade yet. It's like in between the two, I feel like. So to me, that's an intentional choice as well. Because at a certain age, you're not quite ready for big descriptions on the environment around the character. That kind of gets distracting and takes you out of the story at a certain age, but you start to feel the environment even without that, because of the way that she chooses to write. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but there are illustrations in this book, at least in my copy. I don't know if there's illustrations in every single copy, but they're not my favorite art style, but they're pretty. I mean, they're well done. It's just the style isn't necessarily for me. But like I said, that it's different from, the art is very different from what you see in the movie and the games. Whoop. Excuse you, sir. Okay. So in that way, it will be, you know, it's an interesting, and that's something that I noticed when I first saw the movies and games and stuff, is like how different the art is on page versus the direction they went in the movie. I like the movie art a bit more. Not because I think it's, you know, extravagant in comparison. They're both good. They're just very different styles. And I feel like the style that they chose for the movie and the games suits the story a little bit better and suits the target audience a little bit better. But that's just my personal opinion on the art and the illustrations. So that's that. I'm gonna finish the book today. So this evening after I get off work, I will probably be when I update you, because I can't really find a good place in boating to like feel comfortable to film an update, because it's during nap time, so I don't want to be too close to the classrooms and stuff, but I don't want to like venture out far from the rooms either, because I feel like that's, I don't know, not my territory. So it'll probably be after the kids leave my class, I might film, or if, you know, once all the kids are gone, or when I get home is most likely what's gonna happen when I get home. Just because I'm not gonna film while the kids are, you know, I'm working, but just a little bit of an idea of why my vlogging is a little bit different these days. But yeah, put on my lip gloss later. So 2 days of reading, and I will plan to be finished before the end of day 2, because I started day 1 it was after 6 p.m. That day, so I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say like 7 or 8 would be like the end of the day, but before then I should be done the book. Yeah, I don't know why I'm like going into such depth trying to explain or describe that when like none of you really care about that in-depth description. We're gonna need some dry shampoo up in this joint, get some shape going here. Okay, I'm gonna go finish getting ready, and I will see you guys later.
So I got this mic for my GoPro, which is what I vlog off of. So we're going to try this out in the next couple of days. I just find that although the quality of the audio is better from my GoPro than my phone, the input is still kind of low. So if I could get this input audio to be a little bit better and pick up more of my voice and less background noise, then it would make the editing process way better. So we're gonna try this out during this vlog and see how it goes. It was like 50 or 60 bucks, so hopefully it works out, but I got it from Amazon, so I might be able to return it if it doesn't. Okay, so this is before the mic, and now I'm gonna plug it in. Okay, so this is the mic plugged in. This is what it sounds like just plugging it in. I did finish the book today, and oh my goodness, the feelings are so daggum real, y'all. I love this book so much. So I did not start the game yet because I finished the book during my break and didn't feel like going back to get the game. I was working the rest of the afternoon on various things to start because it's Friday, so I set up things for the next week and that kind of thing. So that was my day. But my plan for the rest of the day, I do want to try to watch the movie this evening because my dad probably has a date because it's Friday night. So he's probably going to go hang with his girlfriend, which means that I am probably going to watch the movie. And I either will start the game tonight or I will try to figure out how to set up the Wii game, because I was thinking about it and the most logical choice is to try to save the DS game for Sunday, because Sunday is the Super Bowl. So there will be the opportunity to play the DS game amidst the less exciting parts of the bowl, especially if the game is boring. Like, if it's not a close, tight game, then it won't be interesting for me as much. I'm gonna save the DS game, more for then and try to get the Wii game out and set up and try to play it during the day tomorrow. Outside of the other things that I have going on tomorrow. That's my main plan, is to use the DS game. Like, tomorrow night I think we're hanging at my sister's house, so use it then if I have downtime while I'm over there, and also on Sunday when I have downtime, and then try to do the Wii game the other times, and if all else fails, then I'll try to play the Wii game throughout the week. So, as I predicted, my dad is going to be going out and about. So, my plan is to get the Wii stuff out, sit and watch the movie, and also try to, like, arrange things a bit to figure out the Wii thing, and try to play the Wii game tonight as well, or at least start playing it. That is my grand plan for my Friday night. So I'm taking a quick break to film a clip because I just really need to get this out of my system. So I'm in the middle of the movie. I started the game during there are like commercials on the platform that I'm watching it on, because it's like a streaming thing that's like free, but there's some commercials in certain things if you're not like subscribed to it, that kind of thing. So I'm watching it on that, and I started playing the game as well here and there, and I've been like pausing it and kind of playing the game as we go through the parts of the movie. But like pausing the movie, playing some, and then like watching more. But like I'm getting so frustrated because there are just some books that should not be adapted and should just be books, like physical and audiobooks. But like a film, as a film person, as a person with film education, I'm sorry, but there are just some things that are meant to be books. Just like there are just some movies that are meant to be movies. And it's really annoying because they tried to make changes to adapt it and to make it work on screen, to like add interest in all these different things. But they changed it like so in such entirety that I really don't like the movie at all. I like the game. It's fun. I really don't like the movie. I'm only halfway through. I know it some parts are okay, but in general, I really don't like it. And I didn't realize how much I disliked the movie until now, because I haven't watched it in forever and I hadn't read it in a while as well. So this reread really has me annoyed, because now I'm really taking the time to compare and like observe, and I like the art style of the movies, like I said previously, but I don't like any of the storytelling aspects. There are none of the changes that I think were for the better, except for the lack of fat-phobic comments, which I don't really think are necessarily fat-phobic comments, but it uses the word fat, and like talks about gaining weight, a character gaining weight and stuff like that, like in a way that's just like could have just skipped that. But yeah, they changed so much about the characters and the plot, and I'm just so frustrated upon rewatch. Like I didn't realize how much I didn't like it until now. Among other things, the game is a little bit harder. My DS game is a little bit harder to play with my nails longer. It's harder to push the buttons. Like this DS definitely wasn't made for people with nails. It was made for kids who have short nails. So many of the changes that were made were unnecessary changes to the story and the plot. And that's when it bothers me, when a screenwriter or director takes these, what they are calling artistic liberties, but is really disrespectful to the origins of that story and who originally wrote it. Because it's not about you if you're adapting somebody else's work. It's not about you in that moment. You are trying to portray somebody else's story, not your own. And so it really bothers me when they change things in an adaptation because they're trying to make it their story or the way they want it. And that's not really fair because it's not your story. So stop trying to make your fanfic into the movie. in your fanfic version and do the dang thing right. Okay, rant over. I'm gonna go now. I just needed to say it for the kids in the back. The game is fun though. I am enjoying replaying the game. It took me a minute to figure out this one part. I was like, how am I supposed to do this? And then I was like, oh, okay. And then because I've played the game before, I know there are some things that I'm not able to do in some of the beginning levels until I go back and replay the beginning levels with some of the power-ups, so to speak, that I have later on in the game, or like some of the tools and abilities that I have later on in the game. So that's kind of annoying because whoever wrote this game, like, that's kind of annoying that you have to go back to earlier levels to up your score in those levels and to get all of the pieces. Like, you can't get all 3 music notes, which are like kind of like hidden Easter eggs throughout the thing. You can't get all 3 music notes in the beginning levels without some of the tools that you attain in later levels, which I think is stupid and not really fair, because like, who wants to go back to the beginning or like pick through the entire game after you played it to find the other hidden Easter eggs that you weren't able to get before, rather than just restart from the beginning from scratch and rebuild up your character? Like, I don't understand why you would want it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, rant over. I'm gonna go fill up my water and get back to the movie.
What fun is that?
So it's 1 a.m. and I didn't realize it was so late. Oops. I finished the movie though, and I finished the DS game. All 30 levels. They're very short, some of them. The levels are. It took me 3 hours of playtime total to complete all the levels. But I did restart a couple of them once or twice because I got a little frustrated. So you can see it. The bottom one is my round this time. The top one is one where I've gone back and tried to get the music notes. And once you can definitely see that in the time that it took in the top one. It definitely was easier. It definitely was easier this time compared to when I played it as a kid. There were still parts that stumped me or were difficult though, because you had to get them just right. So there were definitely a couple of spots that were harder. The boss level, and there's this one part that's maybe like 27, 25, 27, something like that. It's somewhere in the 20s. And I was supposed to get this lantern. I was down on like a ledge. I had to get this lantern up these 3 steps, but I couldn't get Despereaux to recognize the lantern and grab it. Like, I couldn't get him to see it because I couldn't scoot over far enough to throw it where it was within his visibility. So it was just like, it was a struggle. I don't even know how I actually managed to get it right, like to get it to work. But I'm not gonna question it. So I'm quite sleepy. Thoughts on the movie are pretty much the same. I don't like it. I don't like the movie. I thought that I just liked it less than the book when I was a kid, but now watching it, I just don't like it. The only redeeming quality is some of the animation style. And even that isn't great. The game, still great. It could use some love, but the DS game still pretty good. We still have the Wii game to try as well, so we will see. Haha, we will see if I can get that set up tomorrow and try to play it tomorrow. Between everything. If I can manage it, then I would like to try to get that set up and try to play it tomorrow. If I can do that, then maybe I can complete this whole vlog and this whole experience of rereading the book and playing all the games in 3 days. Wouldn't that be insane? To read a book, play 2 game versions, and watch the movie. 4 things. That's a lot for me. So, we'll see. In the meantime, I am definitely going to be getting ready for bed because it's later than I intended it to be. I didn't realize it was so late. I was just trying to get through. There are 6 bonus levels, so I might do those tomorrow. I'm not gonna do them tonight, but I'll probably do those tomorrow. But yeah, so there you go. I didn't think I was gonna finish the whole game so quickly, which I think part of it is because it's geared towards kids. Another part of it is I spent a lot of time trying to figure it out as a kid. So I didn't have to watch any of the how you use his sword, how you jump, how you crawl, how you use the locket. I didn't have to watch any of that or figure out how to use the tools because I had done it before. So keep that in mind, that it's not just because it's a kid's game, but also because I've played this kid's game before. So there's a combination happening there. There is a bit of a learning curve because you have several different things that you're using. Pardon if you can hear the movie in the background. We just finished our watch along for Iron Man. And I didn't get out of bed until 10 o'clock. I mean, I was awake earlier than that, but I didn't actually get up until 10 o'clock. Which is insane for me because usually on a Saturday, I wake up by 6. Usually at the latest, by 6. So there's that. Love that for me. My dad had to do some MacGyvering on our Wii system because this is the sensor. This is the tiny teeny cord. And this little part right here is what he repaired. So hopefully it will work to where I can play this. Since he had to fix that before the movie started, I was gonna try to get the Wii system set up and plugged in so that I could play this today, but since he had to fix this, I didn't end up trying to get it plugged in and set up, so I might try to do that.
before, in the next 30 minutes during the downtime before our meeting. And since he had to fix that, I switched back to the DS game and tried to do the bonus levels. I got one of them done, and then I got stuck on this one part in the second one, and I couldn't get this there's this one jump that I need to figure out the right height that I need to put my character to be able to make the jump from like hanging onto a rope over onto like this thing. And I haven't gotten it yet. So I may try to do that again. But I'm not quite as concerned with trying to beat the bonus levels or trying to go back and get the rest of the music notes or anything like that. So much as I want to try to play this. So that is my goal, is to try to play this. And that is all I have left really to do to finish this vlog out, is to try to play the game, the Wii game. So we'll see if I can get it set up. If not, then it's all good. Worse things have happened, but there's that. So I'm waiting for the end scene, and then I'll see if I can get this to work. And if I can, I don't know exactly when I'm going to be going over to my sister's this evening. So I need to confirm that while I try to get it set up to work. So I'll do both of those things in the next little bit while I wait for our meeting to start. That's my grand plan as far as trying to get to this. But yeah, see you guys in a bit. Standing is hard. So far, I got the audio to come through, but I can't get the picture to come up. We have a separate sound bar or sound receiver for our surround sound system. So it's like you have to like do it separately. And so far, no luck trying to get the video to show up. But I think I need an HDMI cable to run from the sound thing to the TV to make it work. But I don't have one that's long enough. So I've come to accept the fact that I will not be able to get the Wii game to work in time for this video to go up. So unfortunate, but the sad truth. So I had a lot of fun rereading this book, and it is definitely still one of my favorite childhood books. And definitely one of my favorite kids books. But the movie is terrible, and I don't recommend it. The DS game was a great throwback time, and I was very much improved in my ability to successfully play it. So love that for me. I really wish I had gotten to do the Wii game, and if I get to do it in the future, maybe I'll try to mention that or talk about it at some point. But at this point, I'm just going to end this vlog now because I do want to get it up in a timely manner. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the Bear Scouts. And I will see you soon with another video. Peace out, Bear Scouts.
Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your stress. I mean the bare necessities. That's why a bear can rest at ease with just the bare necessities of life. Yeah, with just the bare necessities of life.